Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name's Justin. I'm running for the king and I'm here in the shed in my backyard. We're going to pull orders this week starting with today. Today is Tuesday and it is the 28th of October. Halloween is almost here, but let's get going with orders. Today is not too bad. We have 5 orders on eBay and 1 on Mercari, which is better than the weekend. So thankful for that. I did list some things last night. In fact, one of the things I listed last night sold really quick. We'll get to that here in a little bit. First up, the Mercari order. Not a big one, but it's been in the shed for a long time. I'm happy to see it go. I've already pulled down the tub. It was on the top shelf. So this is going to be a plush, and it's here at the bottom. Actually, I guess it's all the way at the top and bottom. This is a special Build-A-Bear made for, see if we can see it on its legs. There it is. The Way of Lights plush from 2019. Still new at tags, in excellent shape. I had this one and a Highland cow, and I picked them up at the same time. That Highland cow was also from the Way of Lights, and it sold pretty quick. This one has been around for a long time. He finally sold though. $9.99 plus shipping. I think I had them both listed over $20 for a while and brought that down. I had landed on $9.99 and it finally sold. And we've seen a lot of books and media sell out of that storage unit. There was also some CDs and one of them sold. There's nothing high dollar CDs, but one I pulled out of the storage unit and listed did sell. And it's in drawer 2. It's way there in the back. If I can get it to where the drawer will fall out on me. It is Tank Girl. Now I did have to replace the case. I have a bunch of replacement cases I got at a thrift store super cheap that I'm eventually going to run out of. But this sold $6.99 plus shipping. Next up, I have a anime DVD that came out of the 2K anime buy. It's up here in A1. Let's see if we can find it. And it's going to be this pink one here, if I can get it out. Goodness. It is Karen. This is volume, volume 3 or something? Volume 3. This sold $14.99 plus shipping. Not bad for a single used DVD. Next up is an item I usually don't look for, but I kind of just fell into it. That's what happens when you're at yard sales. And if I can get this stuff out of the way, they are right here. They're Food Saver vacuum seal bags. And there's 44 in each box, and there's 3 boxes. They're still sealed. Let's see. These sold on offer $30 plus shipping. I think I paid $8 for a giant tub of these things. And I have 2 lots like this one. The other one's a little smaller, but 2 lots. And then I have a couple things I haven't listed yet. And then there was some open ones that I gave to a family at our church. That worked out too. So we've tripled our money already. We got a little bit more to go. I think that was a pretty decent pickup, if I can talk pickup. Food Saver stuff does sell. This took, I don't know, maybe 3 months. So I've had it for a while on the shelf, but it sold. Next up is a pretty cool little PVC figure, and I think it's in the box down here. Let's go see if we can find him. And he's with my hat pins in this box. I did end up taking an offer on this guy. I had him listed pretty high, but I'm still happy with the return. I gotta make room. Hold on. And maybe I'll see him in there. This is from 1982. This is Mario. And he doesn't look like modern Mario, but this is Mario from Donkey Kong. It's a Coleco and Nintendo branded one. It sold on offer $35 plus shipping. So not bad for a little tiny figure. He's not in the best of shape. His fingers got a little bit of wear, but he's much better than most of the ones I saw listed or sold on eBay. And I'm going to head back and put this thing up, and we're going to stick with the Nintendo theme for our last item of the day. So if you're doing the math in your head, you know we're at the last one. It is right in here. I listed these last night, and they sold about an hour, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that sell. Let me throw you on the wall here. We all know that Nintendo stuff can sell, and I have a DS Lite and a 3DS XL. They're not in the best of shape, and they're both broken. So this one doesn't even charge. I think the port might be bad. It looks like one of the pins might be missing from the port, but there could be other things wrong with it. The screen at the top has a little bit of road rash. There's some scratches on the bottom screen. It's used by a kid. Not surprised, but it does not work. This one turns on, charges, holds a charge, but the bottom screen has a bunch of lines on it. There's some scratches on it. And so I listed them both as is, 4 parts to repair. and immediately got offers. In fact, I think I had 4 or 5 offers before the purchase, before they purchased it at full price. Someone purchased it at full price. I don't know. But these sold for full asking price, $69.99 plus shipping. Now, you're going to see if you look up 3DS XL, and this is the SPR001, that for parts units sell for about $100 sometimes, but this didn't even power on. So if it powered on and had issues, I would list it higher, but this doesn't even power on. It might be dead in the water completely. And then the value on these is not as big because everything this plays on a nicer screen. So, but they're going out $70. I paid 5 for each, I think. 5 for each. And I have another one that works. I got to get cleaned up and listed. I've charged it, tested it, and everything. I just haven't cleaned it yet. And that'll do probably better than these two combined, but it also works. All right, that is going to be it. Thank you so much for hanging out there with me today. I do appreciate it. 6 orders is not bad at all for Tuesday. I'm going to try to get some more listings done today. No live show this week. I'm trying to focus on static listings and get my eBay store back to, well, back to selling things. So thank you again. I hope to see you tomorrow with even more sales, or at least a few. I'll see you Wednesday. Hey folks, today is Wednesday. It is the 29th. I almost fell over. It is the 29th of October. My floor's a mess. I just don't show you. Yeah, it's been bad in here. I've been listing though. I got 9 listings done yesterday, which some people might be like, that's not a lot of listings for a whole day. It's not a whole day because I have a full-time job and I'm a youth pastor and I have a family. And so it's just in my free time. And so 9 is pretty good for me since my goal's 4. But anyway, I have 4 sales today and none of them are the things I listed yesterday, I don't think. But I do have a CD and it's in drawer 6. And that's where I was like rambling over to when I fell over, almost tripped. All right, got that out of there. This is Marion McParson's Piano Jazz with Milt Hinton. And I'm pretty sure I got this at an estate sale for $1. It sold $19.99 plus shipping. That's pretty good. Everything we're selling today is media. Next up is a DVD lot out of the 2K anime buy. So you're guessing it right, it's anime. Hold on offer $20 plus shipping for 4 DVDs, 4 used DVDs. So I'm just glad they're gone. Next up are 2 juvenile horror fiction books. Just 2. And then they're not in the greatest of shape, but this is definitely a bolo that I'm going to be keeping an eye out for from here on out. These are Dark Fortress books, and one is Swamp Witch, the other is The Curse. Similar to the ones we sold, what were they? They were Twilight, right? Similar to those, or to like Goosebumps or something. This is a series, and these sold on offer $26.99 plus shipping. $26 for 2 acceptable juvenile fiction books. I think is a pretty good deal. It may not let me retire or quit my day job, but that's just 2 books out of the, I don't know, like 400 I feel like that was in that stored unit, many of which I still haven't even touched. Well, I say many of which. The good ones I've touched, listed and sold. But there's still a bunch of books I still need to go through and see what I want to do with, and they're all not in the greatest condition. They're all used, which is great for books. Okay, last item, right? Math in your head. I said I had 4. We've done 3. There's 1 left, and it is from the crafty storage unit. It's from the storage unit as well. Same as those books. I think we sold a RAV4 book the other day, right? It was a car manual book. This is the wiring diagram, and I'm just looking to see where I put it. And it was right where I thought it was, but it was not what I was seeing. I was thinking it was thicker, but this is a 1999 OEM Toyota RAV4 electrical wiring diagram, and these are pretty good. If you can find the ones that are OEM, has everything electrical in the car. So I assume the person on the storage unit had a RAV4, obviously. It looks like they may have had electrical issues, but this sold on offer $30 plus shipping. I think I had it listed at $35. Happy to see it go out for $30. And that is going to be it. Thank you so much for hanging out there with me today. It's Wednesday, but no live show tonight. Spending this week focusing on my eBay store, getting some things listed, getting things cleaned up in the shed a little bit. I really need to spend like 2 full days in here just like going through stuff, listing, donating, throwing away. I don't know, something. It's it's getting to where I don't want to work in here, so it's pretty bad. I need to get some tubs, and maybe move some stuff to the storage unit. I'm not really sure, but something's got to happen. It's got to give before the end of the year. But thank you so much for hanging out there with me. Before I go, did you see that new thing about eBay? eBay for promoted listings. I promote all my listings at 3%, and maybe like 40% of my sales get that promoted listing fee, but they're changing it. So before, well, even right now, until January like 26 or something, that if the person that buys it clicks on your item through the promoted listing, then you get charged that fee. Totally reasonable. Now, or starting in January, if a buyer clicks on your fee or on your promoted listing, and doesn't buy it, and any other buyer in the whole universe buys that item later, bam, promoted listing fee. Even if they bought it through the regular listing and not through a promoted listing. And I think that is junk. So I'm looking at maybe dropping all promoted listings come like Christmas. That way it takes 30 days for them to clean out, because the way it works is if it has, I think it takes 30 days, maybe not, I don't know. But either way, I don't want to pay promoted listing fee on everything, but I'm going to have to dig in and see. And I have a little time. They gave us a little time to think about it, and it wasn't like effective tomorrow. So I'm definitely going to be looking at it. I think that's pretty much junk, but is it still worth it to do it? So if I take it off, will I not get it? We may just experiment and see on the channel. Thank you again for hanging out there with me today. Just something I've been on my mind today, and it's been annoying me. So I'm sharing it with you. Hopefully it doesn't annoy you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I can't promise sales, but I'm hoping we have some sales, and I'll see you then. We're moving on. It is Thursday, the 30th of October, and I have a few orders here. Let's see. I have 3 orders, 4 items going out on eBay. I have 1 on Mercari. We're going to grab the Mercari one first. I did have another eBay order, but it was an international order. I accepted an offer, and instead of sending payment, they sent a cancellation request. But that's the way it goes. It's relisted. If it sells once, it'll sell again. First up is this cow thing. It's not cow on the inside. I got this in a mystery box. I would never buy anything like this, but it is a folio case, I guess, that has Stitch on it. I'm sure it's super licensed. I got an Amazon mystery box. I got 2 of them, actually. First one sold quite a while ago. This one sold $4.99 plus shipping. It's for a Galaxy Tab S6. I don't know if that's a newer one or older one. I couldn't tell you. Next up is a DVD that was in the storage unit. It's one I listed just the other day, and it's a movie I've never heard of. It's got Julia Roberts in it. It is Satisfaction, and it's older, from 1988. Not the DVD, but the movie itself. This sold full asking price, $12.99 plus shipping. So $13 for a used DVD that's not anime or something weird. We will take that for sure. And then I will go back over here. A book lot out of the storage unit sold as well, and it's a good one. I have junk in the way, but it's this stack right here of Christopher Pike books. Let me get it off the shelf, back over to the table, and I'll let you know what it sold for. Here's the stack again. There are 22 books. Most of them are these type of juvenile horror fiction, and they sold, I sent a 10% off offer. No, I sent a 5% off offer. They sold for $94.99 plus shipping. That's awesome. I know folks say don't sleep on Goosebumps and pick them up whenever you can, but I would say if you find a bunch of these Christopher Pike books, these might be ones to pick up as well. Anything that's vintage, scholastic horror, I'm grabbing if I can find more than just 1 or 2. Okay, last order. It's a 2-for-1. So the buyer bought 2 items. It was the 2 clothing items I listed on Saturday before I broke my hanging hook over there off the wall, and I still haven't got a replacement for it yet. They're very similar. I'm going to go grab them. I'll be right back. Here they are. They are bagged, and I'm probably going to leave them in these bags. These are both Alpha Industries MA1 flight bomber jackets. So it's your traditional looking like nylon exterior bomber jacket. It's got the like zipper here, and it's reversible, bright orange on the inside. You can flip it around. These says American blah blah all over on the inside on the pocket patch, but these are both made in China. These are modern. They're both size small, which is a bummer, but I picked them up at a yard sale. I paid $15 for both together. One was 10 and one was 5, and I think the 5 was nicer than the $10 one. Whatever. I picked them up. I knew $10 was a deal, and when I saw 5 on the second one, I grabbed them both, and I didn't haggle. They sold full asking price, $114.98 total. So I think one I listed at 45 and one I listed at 70, and they sold. And so I saw them at a yard sale. They stood out from all the other junk clothes that was at that sale. And so I looked them up real quick and went back in and picked them up. So not bad, not a bad day at all. 2 sales right at $100, and then a couple smalls too. I'm going to get this packed up. It's a busy day at work. I have to get back over there, and then it's off to the post office. We got men's ministry tonight. So that's what my day's looking like. Thank you so much for hanging out there with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Halloween, everyone. Today is Friday. It's the 31st of October, and we have a few orders. I have 2 on Mercari. I have 3 orders on eBay, but 4 items in those 3 orders. So what should we pull first? Let's do Mercari first. Let me get Mercari pulled up because I didn't come prepared. Okay, we're ready to roll now. We have a DVD from the storage unit, and I'm looking. I stuck it. It's got to be like right here at the top because I just listed it. Did I stick it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I ran out of DVD room again due to this storage unit, and that's right. It's She-Ra, Princess of Power, Season 1, Volume 1, 20 episodes, but inside this case was also a disc with the best of She-Ra on it. So I just included them all together, and they sold $5.99 plus shipping. That's not a lot, but it's all profit because that storage unit has more than paid for itself. And then I have a cargo net for a Toyota Highlander. I think it's in the gray tub. I was close. It's in G3, and it's the only cargo net I have. I bought 2 of these and some other Toyota parts for $7 total, and this one sold on Mercari on offer for $15 plus shipping. So we're already in the profit for that $7 buy, and that just adds to it. Now, one of the things I like to do on my packages is put a sticker on there that says like "thank you," and typically they're yellow because I had yellow stickers here. Let me get the yellow stickers. I had yellow stickers, but I got on AliExpress, very trusted website and app, and ordered some pink ones, some red ones, and some green ones because during Christmas I like to send Christmas ones. I just got them in today. I tested them out before we started filming, and are they cheaper than the ones I got from Rolo? Yes. I meant cheaper materials? Yes. But they work. So here's how the pink ones turned out. They look great. The only thing different is the paper's kind of thin. There's no perforations between the stickers. But I don't cut each one out anyway. And then I test printed the red ones for Christmas. I got some Santa Claus ones. I got some nativity ones. And I also have 2 more Christmas themes. I have another nativity and I have a Christmas tree that we're going to print on the green. Where's the green? Yeah, here's the green. So I thought I'd try them out. The ones on Rolo are, I don't know, $10, $20 a roll, I think, for 500. And these are 600 labels. And I got all 3 rolls, 600 each, all 3 rolls for $12 shipped. So I thought that was a really good deal. I feel like a thank you sticker is something nice to put in there or put on there. It's right on the package. It's got my name on it. And then also, it's a lot cheaper than putting like a thank you card or anything. I just always have a couple rows of those stickers hanging out on my table and slap them on as soon as I slap the label on, and they're good to go. So I don't know. Do you guys, if you're a reseller, do you put any thank you cards, thank you notes, stickers, whatever? I mean, everyone also gets, one of my RFTK stickers too, unless it's media mail, then I can't send anything, but they still get a sticker on the outside. And like I said, I think it's nice. Uh-oh, there's a train coming. You hear it? It's going to get really loud in here for just a second. And there it is.
A few moments later.
short one today. Okay, 3 orders on eBay. That's what we're getting at next, and we're heading back down there. The first is a book. It's here in this box. It is buried. I'm going to dig it out. Give me half a second. Okay, that box was a lot easier to dig through before I put all those like Bible story books in there. But this is The Dream World of H.P. Lovecraft. Came out of the 2K anime buy. So there was quite a few Lovecraftian things in there. Not worth a bunch, but sold $5.99 plus shipping. I sold some clothing, and it's here in my number 3 box, and there it is, 3.5. These are cropped leg, wide leg Style and Company jeans for ladies, and I'm sure I probably got them at my hometown thrift for very, very little, if anything, and they sold for $14.99 plus shipping. That's full asking price, so we're happy to see those go out. I got a lot of clothes to list. I need to get them listed, and like those 2 great jacket sales yesterday like motivates me to want to list and get them out. I got to get my thing fixed over there, and I keep saying that, but I'm heading to Walmart I think tomorrow. Okay, last sale has two book lots in it, 2 manga book lots in it. And so I'm going to go grab those. I'm going to stick you on the wall. That one and that one. I'll be right back. Found them. I still get excited when some of these manga and anime sets sell out of that 2K anime buy. These are not huge. First up is I, Otaku, Struggle, and Akihabara. If I ever go to Japan, I want to see Akihabara. I think that would be cool. Shibuya Station and things. But these 2 books sold, and these 3 right here, Maniac Road 1 through 3, and I don't know much about any of them other than I looked up the value and listed them when I bought them. But these 5 books sold $33.98 plus shipping. That's full asking price. So whatever the math is, 5 books, that's like $6 a book. And then, of course, minus fees. But I think that's it so far for today. Nothing on Poshmark, but that's the usual. I'm not really listing anything there. And then I guess if anything else comes in, it's Friday. We'll definitely try to get it out. It's going to be a busy night tonight, so I don't know how much listing I'm going to get. I have 137 for the month, which is over my goal of 108. We're going to bump that up significantly next month, I think, to try to push for the big month of November in Q4, and then December will probably pull that back down. But we will definitely. I got to think over it because it starts tomorrow, and I got to get going on it. All right, my work day is over. Thank goodness, because it's been a week at work. I have one more order. I'm going to get it out since it's Friday, and I don't know if I said I'd come back on here or where I'm cutting in, but this is the DVD that sold. It's nothing huge. Came out of the storage unit. It is Weird Al, The Apocalypse Tour. This one is still factory sealed. We're going to say new. I don't think I used sealed because I think it has a tear in the plastic, but it sold $12.99 plus shipping. Nothing huge, but that's going to be $10 in profit after fees, and I'll take it. And that makes what we had like 3 on eBay. That makes 4 on eBay, but 5 items. So 7 items going out today. Not too bad. Hopefully you have a good weekend as well. It's gotten warm in the shed, so I'm hoping it's not too chilly for trick-or-treating tonight, which starts in about 30 minutes. It starts at 4 o'clock for the downtown thing, because they have like the businesses and churches and stuff do a downtown like trunk-or-treat style downtown type deal. And so that starts at 6 or at 4, and then normal trick-or-treating I think starts at 5. And then there's also a state playoff football game here in town that starts at 7. So traffic's going to be crazy, but that's the way it goes. Thank you so much again. That was a really long landing. I'll see you on Monday. The weekend is over. It is Monday. Today is the 3rd of November, and I was hoping that we could be better than what it is. I have 4 sales on eBay. I have 1 on Posh, and I have 1 on Mercari. So 6 in total. It's a little rough. A couple of the sales are decent. I'm not complaining there, but I was hoping for a few more. We're going to start off with Poshmark, and the first one is in C10. It's an article of clothing, and I go from C1 to C9, and then C10's here on the bottom shelf. It's just how it worked out. Let me get down here. And there's not too many left here in C10. I have some space for some clothes that I do need to list. This is, it's a Snoopy crop shirt. It says To-do list, absolutely nothing. And it sold on Posh. I think it sold for full asking price. Yeah, not a lot though. $10 plus shipping. I'd picked this up at my hometown thrift in a fill-a-bag sale, I think. So I paid less than $1 for it. I thought my daughter might want it. She did not, and it got sold. And it's out. Well, it's going out today. Moving on to Macari, I have an anime DVD that sold, and there it is. This one's been listed for a while. Happy to see it go out. I put it on a sale, I think. This is Sentimental Journey. I think there's 2 discs in here, and it sold for $7.19 plus shipping. So still selling from that 2K anime buy. Just the big stuff is pretty much gone. I think there's 2 book lots left, 2 like bigger than 3 or 4 books. Okay, moving on to eBay. Next up, let's do the other article of clothing I have. It's here in C4, which currently C4 is holding my wreath, which is going to go up on the wall pretty soon because it's almost Christmas. And we're looking for this big O fat vest. It is a vintage, I think made in the USA, Wrangler Sherpa lined denim vest. And it had a little bit of some staining. It doesn't look like it's ever been worn, to be honest with you. But it did have a little bit of like some dark coloration around one of the side pockets. And it sold on offer $18 plus shipping. That was a yard sale pickup for $1. So that's not bad at all. Next up, we have an ornament. It is in ornament drawer box. It's a box drawer, I guess. 03. Let's see. And it's this beauty. This one's pretty funny. I had to get it. I knew it wasn't worth a whole bunch, but I was buying ornaments. I knew I was going to have the storage for them, and it's a vintage Diet Coke ornament. It's from 1994. I mean, look at the pairs wearing those leg warmers. And that one sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And get that drawer slid back in there. And then we have our 2 bigger sales. First one is it's a graded slabbed Pokemon card. Let's see which one it is. Okay, it's up here. And I don't have a lot of these. I'm just going to use this shelf here. Oh, it's right there on top. This one is a 2019 Sun and Moon Dragonite card, but it's Thai language. And it's a mint 9. And I couldn't find really any others when I was looking it up on the PSA website. So I listed it pretty high. Ended up taking an offer that was quite a bit less than what I originally listed it for, but I'm still well into the profit. I got this one at Walmart. I think I bought like a mystery box that had like 2 packs of cards and a graded card or something in it for $25 or $30. And this card sold for $60 plus shipping. Plus it was content on my now defunct Pokemon channel. And so that's a pretty good sell for me for sure. So I'm happy with that. But the one article of clothing I got out of the 2K anime buy sold, and I've teased it like weeks and months ago, but it finally sold. I'm going to go down there and grab it, throw it on the wall, be right back. And it's not going to be much to look at because it is still in the original packaging. This is Shadow Star Narutaru right here. This is a t-shirt. It didn't have a size listed on it, but all the other listings I found online listed them as an XL. They'd also opened them, so I kept mine sealed. Maybe it took a little longer to sell. I'm not really sure. I got it bagged a second time in a poly bag just so the bag it's in was protected. But this is a good one, folks. I think I had it listed at $150, and I took an offer this weekend for $130 plus shipping. So $130 plus shipping. Not bad at all. It's definitely going to go in a box. That way it's protected. It is going back to Japan, it looks like, through the eBay international shipping deal. So I just got to get it to Chicago, and then off it goes. And then I'm protected, so no returns or anything. So that's awesome. And happy for that. So one and only t-shirts, one and only article of clothing that 2K anime buy. It was in with the DVDs because it came with the DVD. I think I still have the DVD because it's not really worth anything, but the shirt is. And so this is the best sell of the week, the best sell of the weekend. Happy for this one. Beyond that, I am listing. I have 14 listings I put up on Saturday. That's all I've done for the month so far because, well, I'm working today. Sunday, I'm out of the shed. And then Saturday, I listed. I did also try to source. I went to a couple thrift stores. Goodwill, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Another local thrift shop, which I used to be a honey hole for me. Nothing. I haven't bought anything from them for over a year, I don't think. So I don't even know why I went, but I was there. I had to run to Walmart. I got the hook from my wall back over there, and so I had to get that. They're right next door. Ran in, was totally disappointed. Anyway, I'm going to try to get 6 listings a day, up from 4 from last month. I need 150 if we don't count Sundays. And we're going to try to do 1 live show this month, just 1. It's going to be a potpourri show, I think, with anything goes, meaning it's not going to be all toys or all action figures because I don't have any action figures left. But, I think we're going to try to do that. And then I think, beyond just buckling down and trying to get listings and things put up and try to find the high dollar stuff I have and get that listed so I can sell for Q4. That is the plan. Okay, my hand's getting tired, so I'm sticking you back on the wall. Thank you so much for hanging out there with me this week. And I wish I was busier. I wish I had awesome anime sales like we did in the summer, but just the sourcing is not there. I think we've done well with that storage unit for sure. And we're still seeing a couple 2K anime sales trickle in and out and everything. I'm hoping Q4 builds as we get closer to December. That's the plan. Buckle down, get things listed, get high dollar things listed if I have it, and that way that can sell. But I appreciate you hanging out there with me this week. And every week, if you're here every week, I do appreciate it. If you like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate your subscription. And either way, I hope you have a great day. God bless.